Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of May 18th through the 24th. And during that time, we will have a last quarter moon that comes in on the 20th. And that could be a time of reflection, releasing what no longer serves us and definitely getting ready for new beginnings, letting go, taking responsibility for past actions. So we then move into the waning crescent energy, which is a time of surrender, rest, and healing as we prepare ourselves for the cycle ahead. Hi, Kitty. The cat has decided to come and visit. Kitty. All right. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter, Scorpio. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is the answers you need are coming. All right, let's see what the Scorpio Collective has going on this week. I hear you, Kitty. Hi. Take a second and pet the kitty. Oh, where'd he go? All right. Scorpio, since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel and it's super easy for you to do. So I will give you just a moment as I'm shuffling to do that right now. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community here. I see you and I appreciate you. All right. And my weekly reminder for this week is that, well, not just this week, but every week, is that you notice the world around you when it comes to synchronicities. So this would be, maybe animals that you encounter that you wouldn't normally, could be repeating number patterns, maybe songs or conversations, just little messages that get in front of you. That's the universe's way of speaking to us. It's kind of like your own little breadcrumbs on your unique path. And they're there to show you clarity, maybe give you, confirmation when you need it. So just my weekly message is for you to kind of pay attention to those this week. A little more than usual. All right. Scorpio, May 18th through 24th. The answers you need are coming. Your overall present energy is the Magician. So here you are. You're sitting here at the beginning of a new path, perhaps. It's the Magician coming out, which I love when this is the first card out. It's kind of like, you setting off onto a new path, but it's the Magician asking you, which element will you choose to move forward? In whatever your situation might be right now. Will you use, the emotions of the cups, the material world? Will you use your intellect, your logic, your messaging, or will you use your passion? So let's see what happens in the rest of your reading here. Your current situation is the Star card. So it looks like you're on course. You're heading in the right direction. And, this is the Magician asking you, we're on the right path here. How do you want to move forward? What is the next thing that you want in your life? What is something that you're trying to improve upon? And only you can answer that question. So that's something that you do need to be asking yourself right now. At the root of your situation, lots of major arcana here with the Strength card coming out. So you're in a really strong emotional place right now. You've got inner strength. You're on course. And you've got the Magician here trying to figure out what's your next move. I love this reading so far. In your recent past, kind of looking back on what you've just been through here with the Nine of Wands. So this is our card. This is our Wounded Warrior card. And you're looking back and thinking, here's some things I did in the past. I don't want to make those same, either mistakes or decisions again. Kitty, what you doing? And this is a good time with that last quarter moon is about kind of releasing things, letting go, and taking responsibility for things that you've done in the past. So there might be things that you're wanting to change in the future. And again, there's the Magician asking you how you want to make those changes. What's on your mind this week is your ultimate happiness here with the 10 of Cups. So, maybe you're trying to make changes within your family life. It could be that you're trying to make positive changes there. Maybe you've done things that you're not super happy about and you would like to not do those things in the future. So you're kind of making those kind of changes, but it's your ultimate happiness that you're thinking about. Maybe you're thinking of starting a family if you don't have a family. Maybe you're thinking of doing something to help your family if you're, in that situation. So So think about that. What is it? What is your ultimate happiness, and how are you going to take the steps to improve that, right? What is just ahead of you? That's awesome. Look at those pentacles with the tens. We've got two tens. You are really wrapping something up here, Scorpio. So 10 of Pentacles is definitely, this is wealth and security, and this is long term. Both of these are cards about family. So not only emotional wealth, but also material wealth there. And here comes the kitty for a good pet. Hey there, kitty. So that's awesome there with two tens. I mean, really, again, like you're closing up some sort of cycle and getting ready to start a new one. With these tens that are showing up for you in your advice position here, another 10. You are done. Look at this, three tens. I mean, it can't be any more clear that you are done with being a certain way, and wrapping things up and moving ahead. And in your advice position is definitely be done. You're just done with it. It's time to reboot. It's time to move forward. Let whatever this is behind, that's happened in your past. We're going to let that go and we're going to move forward. Again, your overall message is that the answers you need are coming. It may not be completely clear to you yet what it is. Again, with that magician card, that magician card is asking you to explore. What is it? You're letting this all go and you're putting an end to something, but how do you want to move forward? Beyond your control this week is the Hierophant. So this is you seeking out some sort of guidance. It could be why you're at a tarot reading right now. You may be in a place where you know that you're at an ending point and you know that you need to move forward in a different way, but how are you going to do that? Again, the magician is asking you that question, and it could be that you may be making a change in your spiritual life that you think will lead to a happier family life when it comes to emotions, but also material things as well. So, you've got this ending. How are you going to move forward? And it is beyond your control that you will seek out advice this week. Again, not only from a tarot reading, but there might be someone in your life that has some wisdom. It might be, maybe a family member that you trust and can give you some sort of wisdom. This could be some clergy person, so it just depends, where do you seek that kind of guidance? This is someone, this could also just be a community. This could be, you going to church to seek this sort of guidance. So think about that. It's beyond your control to kind of be thinking and seeking that out for the week. What is your secret desire? What you're trying to avoid is the sun, which is the ultimate happy. I love this reading. I love this reading, Scorpio. I mean, you guys just don't mess around, right? When you have an ending, you you're doing it. It is your secret desire. I hope that's your secret desire is literally the ultimate happiness. You've got two of these cards that are like the super, just, or three really, that are three of the cards that are just the best cards in the deck. So this is you being very positive and you're forward thinking. If I know most Scorpios are very intense, and when you guys get stuck on something and you're focused, nobody can stop you. So you've got the cards that show that you're ready to take whatever this is on. You might not have really made the decision yet about which direction you're going to go in. Again, with this, the star card, you are on course, but you're getting there. You're getting there. In your outcome position is the Two of Cups. So this could be for some of you, coming together in relationship. This could be that maybe you're meeting someone new. If you're already in a romantic relationship, it could just be a new renewal and a new bonding and kind of a new season, a new way of doing things. Maybe there's things you were doing in the past that you would like to improve upon. This could be making a friend, coming together in friendship with someone. That is going to help you, with this new path, whatever it is that you choose. So, that is definitely in your outcome position, is that whatever this ending is bringing you to a new beginning. And I will say that you know, I see a couple here partnering there. I see some other people. So this, to me, your reading has to do with not only you, but probably family and friends and people coming together, which I think is beautiful. I love this reading. What is hidden from you this week is the Two of Wands. So, you know, Two of Wands is kind of the achievement of a goal and kind of thinking towards the future. And maybe you're just not quite there yet. You're kind of wrapping things up. You're kind of all over the place. You want to, you're thinking about your ultimate happiness, but again, you haven't really chosen the position of, or the direction, or the way in which you would like to arrive there. So I think once you do that, this thinking about the future will not be hidden from you any longer. So think about that and go ahead and just remain in that energy. There's no huge rush here to think about the future. Go ahead and let things wrap up and let yourself dream for a little while. You can as you're in this period of, like I said, with the last quarter, that's that kind of looking back period. As you're looking back and taking notes on, and dream big, because it looks like you are, and I love that. But there's no need to really hone in too far on it. The magician is asking you to, but that's something that can take time, and that's okay to take that time to do that. To, I would say, if you're thinking about your past and things that you've just been through, that's when you might get out the piece of paper and just kind of start writing things down. And sometimes things are clearer to us when we're writing them. Here's the thing I've been through, and here's what I liked about it. Here's what I didn't like about it. Here's what I would choose differently in the future. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Scorpio, May 18th through 24th. Quietly serve. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a quiet week. Again, you might be seeking out this guidance or talking to a friend, but I feel like this is a lot of inner work that you're doing here. Oh, that card just flipped right over. And accept what is. So it is what it is. The answers you need are coming. Again, the magician is asking you, how do you want to move forward? And there's no huge rush here on making that decision. This guidance, seek that out this week. And who is this special person that you're going to come together? This could just be a friend that you need to talk this all out with. It's someone who is there for you emotionally and there for you to be able to come together in friendship with an open heart and be able to discuss things. So Scorpio, best of luck with this situation. I love this reading. I think this is super positive. I just see you moving into such a better place, with something that you've just been through. So my heart goes out to you, and I'm very excited for you too. If you are comfortable sharing, of course, leave me a message down below. Let me know what it is that you guys are going through and what endings. You've got 3 10s here. Also, you may want to look up 10, 10, 10 as a spirit number and see if that means, like an angel number, see if that means anything to you messaging wise this week, since we have those repeating numbers there. But anyway, if you like my reading style, of course, please like and subscribe. I'm here every week doing these readings. I come back next week. We'll see if your energy changes or if there's just a completely new energy. This might evolve, but it might just be something totally new for you. And most importantly, if you do that, you'll be able to find me next week. So thank you so much, Scorpio, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.